Don't speak what you don't understand. The truth is not in your command. Don't shout about what you think is fake. The decision isn't yours to make. Don't lie about the way things are. Tall tales will take you very far. Don't scoff when they say it's the end. In this life, you know you can't.
Hey everybody, it is Friday. It is 5:02 p.m. and it is March 6th. So happy Friday to everybody. Let's see. We don't really have too much to share with you. We're really still focused on filling up the rest of the bus. So let me put that in the chat and share that with you. Oops, and share that with you now. So if you haven't already signed up for the bus trip, please do so. We still have seats available for you for that. I'll come back over here. Okay, link is in the chat for the bus trip to Albany. It looks like it's going out everywhere. Let me pop it into Instagram. This is the link for the bus trip. And let me Albany with us. You will be getting lunch and dinner and a t-shirt and signs, and just make sure you're there before 7:30. Right now the bus is leaving City Hall by 8 a.m. and we should be back between 7 and 8 o'clock at night. Bus will leave Albany at about 3:15. For those of you who are driving, you still need to register on our sheet and show that you are driving up there. We will not be providing you with lunch and dinner because you're not on the bus. But if you meet us where the bus is, and we'll be putting that out to tell you where to meet us at what time, because if you meet the bus when we drop off, you can potentially get a shirt from us and a sign from us as well. Otherwise, you'll just be manpower and you'll be standing with us. And we can always get you a shirt or something when we get back to the bus afterwards. So you still need to register with us because we are going to have one more training class before we head up so that you are ready for lobby day. You know what we're saying, you know what we're doing, and you'll be shown information that we'll be giving the elected officials when we're up there, okay? So Ellen, just wait till next week because our meeting today was canceled. Today is her birthday, so she took the day off, but she will get back to you, I'm sure next week when she has more details. She's getting the other answers for us from everything else. So I'll make sure that she has your question. She asked, oh, no, I don't need you car people to text her. We will be collecting your information and then giving it to her. So we know all the car people because the car people are registering. So don't worry, I will make sure she gets a copy of our list. So yes, absolutely. Be on time and ready for lobby day. And so that's number one priority. Who are the elected officials? The state and assembly, the Senate and the assembly. We're going up to Albany. Who else would be there? Okay. Let's see. Oops. Okay. Now let me take a quick peek. Oh, in Albany. Yep, that's the bus trip is to Albany. Are you registered? because then you might know where it was. Oh my goodness. Okay. So do not worry about that, Ellen. I will make sure Tanisha gets the list of people who's coming, because we have to do a check-in list of the people who actually showed up, because there's always people that come, sign up on the list, and then they don't sign up. They sign up on the list and they don't show up, or they don't sign up on the list and they just show up. So we have to make sure that we have a full count of who's coming, and also a count of people who are coming by car, because we are going to incorporate you, of course, in the training class that we have. Tanisha will be giving all of you a booklet to show you who the elected officials are, because they're not always going to be in their offices, but if you do see them in the hallway, at least you'll be able to go up to them and introduce yourself, maybe give them a one-pager or talk to them about why this is important to you, and ask them for their support. So yes. Long Beach, I'm like really shocked that I'm getting these kinds of questions from you. We are going to Albany, where the state elected officials are for the state of New York. That's all of your state senators and all of your state assembly members. And so we are going to visit them. We have a press conference to do. We have a rally up there. We will be going to see them. You will be getting all of this training. So if you are in Long Beach, you might want to sign up for the bus trip and attend the next training class when we schedule it. I will talk to Tanisha next week, and we will get the list, the date of the next event. You should be there so that you're prepared. And then I can't tell you everyone who we're going to see. You'll just see them when you see them. You're welcome, Patricia. Yes. Here from Riverview, Florida. Thank you for all your stuff. You are welcome, Thomas. I appreciate you. Okay, so Ellen, the training classes are virtual. Yes, it was, and it was super easy, and I was very happy to see how many people showed up. So thank you for that. She did a great presentation that all of you got a primer on what we'll be doing that day. So, Marcelo, good afternoon. This is Karen from Florida. Hello, Karen from Florida. Thank you very much. What can be done if we don't go? So great question, Jean-Luc. So Tanisha will have a list of elected officials for us with names and phone numbers, that those of you who can't make it to that day, to the lobby day, can actually call or email their offices. And so we'll be presenting that when we send out the next email about what's the next step. Right now, I just need to finalize getting the bus filled up. And once we do that, we'll send out a final email about the last training class. And then we'll also send all of you an email telling you who to call, the number, the email, what you can send, what you can say. That way you can help us even though you can't make it. Those of us who can't go to Albany, please donate whatever you can. Thank you for that. Thank you, Camille. And I did send you an email this morning. I did not go back and look and see if you responded. I still didn't get an answer on who that was that sent it to us. But hopefully you know what they're talking about. So please sign up and register for the bus. I did put the link in the chat, and I will do it again here, and I will do it again in... Hey, Tanisha, happy birthday. Everyone say happy birthday to Tanisha. She's on Instagram. So I'm putting in the chat again the link. So make sure you guys sign up if you have not already signed up to come and join us. And the other thing I want to also share with you is I had asked you back in, I think it was December, if you were coming, if you guys had problems, you were having some financial troubles with all the co-pays, et cetera, that you were paying, right? So let me pull that back up, because we had asked a few of you if you were interested in doing a video with us. And I want to try to go back and do this again. If you already signed up, you don't have to sign up again. But I'm working my way through this list, and there's only, I don't know, maybe a dozen or so, 2 dozen people that did put their name on. And it was to talk with us and do a video with us if you were having a hardship with all of the co-pays that you were paying in 2025, knowing that the city is still not looking to back off of them. And we're hearing that the Municipal Labor Committee and the city are negotiating either more co-pays or higher deductibles yet one more time. So I want to drop the link in the chat now. If you are interested, if this sounds like something that you're experiencing, hardship from these co-pays that they implemented for the first time in 60 years on Medicare retirees, I want to know about it. And if you're willing to do a video with us, please sign up on this link that I just put in the chat now, and put it over here. Happy birthday, Tunisia. Please forgive me if I haven't spelled your name correctly. You're close. You're close. But I think she feels the love anyway. Marianne, I just want to let you know that about an hour ago, I sent the documents we discussed earlier in the week and included some updates about my Medicare drug survey. Okay, Kerry, I'm going to assume you sent them to the org email. I'll go back and take a look. I did reply. I forwarded the email and texted Betty B, who spoke. Okay. Yes, Tommy, I've gotten your million messages. I hear you, but until I talk to Tanisha about that, I can't really comment on it. And I would just appreciate you keeping that off the public pages. By the way, the doctor's offices are not aware city employees are not supposed to pay co-pays until it. Long Beach, are you going to start this again this week? I told you a week ago, and I've been saying to you since the beginning of the year, you have to give them the letter. The letter has been on our Facebook page. The letter was emailed to you, and it was even briefly up on our website, which is a static page, but we put it up there anyway. If you didn't get the letter, then email the org and we will send it to you. But the responsibility, unfortunately, is left on us to educate the doctor's offices that they are not supposed to collect a copay until the deductible has been met. That's on you. And I keep telling you that every week. And I'm going to tell you after this week, I'm not answering any more questions from you about the deductible and copay, because we're in March and I've been talking like this, saying this same thing for months. I think you're doing it on purpose just to drive me crazy. Let's see. Don't they have a spreadsheet of all the insurance company does, George, but not the doctor's office. And there'd really be no reason, for them to do it. Thank you, Tommy. I think you can Google the letter. Yes, it's even Emblem. It was on Emblem's website as well. I just don't know. Happy birthday, Tanisha. Thank you, Marianne. It's good to see you. All right, let me take a quick check over on Instagram. Okay, nothing over there. Okay, so I gave you 2 links so far. One link is to sign up for the bus trip if you haven't already. The other link I've sent you is to sign up if you're having a financial hardship, would be willing to do a video with us. I will most likely be calling you tonight, tomorrow, start to go through that list again, because I want to start getting these through and start getting them produced, okay? So anyone who's having financial struggles, even if it's just, you don't need to be like desperate, but if it's causing a financial hardship, or we have some retirees that are cutting their pills in half, or not filling full prescriptions, or having to go to a food pantry, like those are the stories I want to hear. I need to hear it from you so that I know that you're having this problem, because I want them to hear you say it. You have to tell us the problem, and this needs to be public. Otherwise, it's just me talking, and they all get tired of hearing me talk. So yes, absolutely. But those are really the two issues that we have. I know people keep asking us about the legislation. They are working on getting the bill introduced in the city, and we are hopefully going to be getting that number for the state bill really soon, but which is also why we're going, is because we're doing the rally for that press conference for the bill. So I'm not so much worried about that one. I don't want you to worry about that either. The city bill, we're working on getting that introduced. There were some little tweaks that we had to make to that, and that's what we're working on as well. So don't think we forgot about anything, because we didn't. And so the other thing to tell you too is make sure, I know you sound like a broken record, but if you had copays from January 1st of 2022 to January 12th of 2023, please put those copays aside and put them in an envelope. And you want receipts or proof that you paid, those copays. If whenever this does happen, this case does settle, you will get a list of all of those copays that have to be that you have to provide proof for. But don't worry, that's coming up. Tanisha's here. So Tanisha, we've been talking about you. I don't know if you've heard. Everyone was wishing you happy birthday and hope you have a really great weekend. Yes, I asked you the question yesterday. They're still looking whether or not they could take their plastic collapsible stools from our Shirley Chisholm sit-in at DC 37 when we occupied their lobby. And I told Ellen that I would send you the list of those retirees who are driving, because there's probably about maybe 20 of them that are driving now. So, and I think we were up to like 80 on the bus. So we're getting there. So thank you for popping on in. You should be relaxing. I hope your son's doing okay and he's feeling better. Everyone who has not set up a membership via our website should do so, because you'll get org emails among other benefits. Yes, absolutely. So signing up for on the website is really easy. We usually put the instructions at the bottom of every email. You get our emails, you have the news, you have the links, you have all the updates and everything that you need access to. Anything that we need to tell you about what's going on in the organization. There's a link that you need to click to sign up for the bus, or something that we need information from you or to share if you're having trouble. The other thing is, oh, that's so good. I'm glad his fever broke. The other thing is, if you guys are still, what I'm getting a lot of is complaints about not the Emblem United medical plan, so to speak, but most of you are having drug plan issues. With a quick like thumbs up, or is there a thumbs down? Maybe a thumbs up. With a quick thumbs up, tell me that you're having drug plan problems either in the NYC EPPO or on the city Medicare drug plan. So right now I'm seeing 10 thumbs ups. So if I see this number start to go up, then I know we need to do another link about that. Or just give me a thumbs up in the chat or something so I could start to see those numbers. Tanisha says, we will have call scripts and email messages for folks who are not coming home. Perfect. Because Jean-Luc and a couple of people were asking about that as well. We know not everybody can make it up there, and it is a long day. For those that are coming who need to bring a scooter or like a little wheelchair or one of those rollator thingies, the bus can hold those. So please don't worry about that. Please make sure if you do need that, you do take it. Here, thank you, Tanisha, says Camille. Okay, so right now I'm seeing 2 thumbs up, and I'm not seeing too. Oh, here's another. Okay, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do now is let me navigate back over. Still having drug plan problems. Okay, so now I need to go over to, let's open up another window because you can never have too many windows open. I am going to put the link in the chat on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. If you are having problems with the Emblem drug plan, whether it's the pre-Medicare plan, you're the active worker on the pre-Medicare plan, pre-Medicare retiree, an active worker, or a Medicare drug plan, I need to know. So let me find where I just left you. Okay, so here I'm going to drop this in the chat. Emblem drug plan issues. I'm going to put this in the chat in Instagram, and I am going to drop it on Facebook and YouTube. Let's see. Oops. I have HIP and the City Part D plan so far. My medicine except one that I didn't refill yet. So on the HIP plan, this isn't really the issue of that. This is mostly for people who are either on the city Medicare plan. You are on HIP, so you're using their drug plan. This is for anyone who's on NYC EPPO, who's active pre-Medicare, and anyone who is senior care with the city drug rider, MBF. These are the people that we're talking about. Not if you're on HIP, because you have your own drug plan that's separate from this. So if you are, put your info in that link. We will make sure it gets to Emblem, and we've been doing this now all week. There's a couple of posts today that are on some of the Facebook pages that are absolutely egregious. And yet I will tell you, though, that once we get the information to Emblem, I know some of them are taking a couple days to get to you. There was one gentleman who was frustrated that he did not get a call back from them, but I hadn't heard from him either, so I thought it was resolved. But then the phone number that we had given to them somehow, I guess, got transcribed, and he lost a digit or something. I don't know what the excuse was, but when we circled back and gave them the phone number and said, this guy hasn't still heard from you, they called him the same day. So we're trying to get you the answers that you need and get you the education. But I do have to tell you, I think next week we might start a little homework assignment asking you to call OLR to have the retirees have a separate call, because we've asked them to come on our Friday Live to answer your questions, and they've not done that. And they're basically at this point ignoring us. So we're hoping that maybe they'll learn from that. But we'll start that maybe Monday, and I'll put a little thing up on our Facebook, or I'll do a Monday Live in the morning, and tell you to contact OLR and ask them to have them come on our Friday Live, because that's the best way that they come into your area to talk to you. Before, they were telling us, well, just tell them to go log in and create a logon on the portal, and they can register for a webinar with you guys, with them. And retirees are going, I don't want to do that. Can't they just come on our Friday Live and answer all the questions here? Because if they're answering it once in this Unisphere, in this place, in this platform, then we're reaching thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Whereas in their place, they're not getting people registering for their webinars. That means everyone would have to go to them. Why won't they come here? And we already know that Emblem goes to union meetings. Emblem goes to other retiree meetings. Why won't they come to our retiree meeting? So it's a good question. So that's really it. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Using the thumbs up emoji. You guys are so funny. So that's really all I have. There's really not too much to share today. It's to get you to register for that bus trip. If you're still having an Emblem problem and you're willing to do a video with us, if you're having some financial constraints over the darn copays, absolutely. Yes, we've spoken with Julie Menon's office. Absolutely. We've spoken to her office, I think 2 or 3 times already. So that's not an issue. So they're listening. Don't worry. That's not an issue. That's not the issue. Laura, interesting fact. A senior care UFT who bought a Medicare D plan this January from the federal market for a substantially lower premium were recently prescribed a med that isn't covered by their prior city emblem drug rider, but it is covered by the new and cheaper plan. Incredible. And thanks, Laura, for bringing that up and affirming what we said to you guys. We told everyone, please shop the federal marketplace, because if you know the drugs that you're on, and you're on a few, it does not pay for you to take the city drug rider and pay $180 a month, especially for those retirees who live outside of New York. You're in a more rural area, and the costs of these plans could be zero to average about $35, $45. Now, the plan will cover your meds. Your concern would be if you get a new med prescribed for you during the year that may not be in the portal of the new formulary, that might be a concern. But if you're typically consistent and there's not too much going on, you might just want to take that opportunity to do that. You can change your drug rider absolutely once a year during open enrollment. Now, there are other situations in which there would be a special enrollment, but you'd have to qualify for one of those special enrollment issues, like you move to an area that the plan that you're on isn't covered, doesn't cover you, or you change, you lose your drug plan, the plan stops being offered. But if you're simply on the city plan and you just want to get off of it, nope, you got to wait till fall. That's why we tried to encourage everyone to price shop, because we knew at the time the city wasn't telling you anything other than the monthly drug premium. You didn't know what drugs were in the formulary, and you didn't know what the drug costs were. That should never happen. Drug plans, insurance companies are supposed to share with you the formulary and the drug cost. We even tried writing the Attorney General's office on this and never got a response. But when we're trying to look out for you cost-wise, the information that we can give you is we weren't even getting the formulary until after open enrollment. This is telling us that they don't really care if you know that you're in the plan. They're banking on you just accepting the status quo and staying in the plan. And that's a problem. So hopefully that answers your question. I was on a med for years via Express Scripts, $160 for 90 days, not covered at all on Prime. I contacted them and they sent me a form about trying other meds. I never filled it out. Doctor called in and it was covered for 30 days for $60. I don't get it and I'm not complaining. So what that tells me is that your doctor completed an appeal procedure. And you also have to determine, is that a one-time fill or is it consistent? Because they might just be doing a one-time fill. Please ask that question of your doctor's office on Monday. You need to know, was this one time only, or are they going to continue to cover it? Did he file an appeal and win it? And that's why you're going to continue to get it, okay? So that would help also understand. My drug rider went up from $380 to $455. So I'm assuming you are on a marketplace plan. And I don't know why you would be spending $380 a month on it. I've never heard a drug rider costing that much money. But if you are truly on a marketplace, can you just email me the information on your situation? Because I've never heard this before. The cost being that high. The cost of what you're telling me isn't a drug rider. That sounds more like a supplemental plan. But if you could please email me at retirees@nycretirees.org and we can chat about that there. I will find out next month and I'll call the doctor. Well, it'd be helpful if you can find out before the next month, because then you need to know what to do. Because sometimes they have what they call a step plan, meaning they want you to use a cheaper drug or another drug that before they'll approve the one that you want. And the reason can sometimes be twofold. It could be cost, or it could be what they call rebates. Sometimes if we're noticing that there's some drugs on this plan, on the emblem plan, that they should have covered and they've covered before. Some of them were even a generic, and they're no longer covering the generic, but they'll cover the name brand. We were shocked to hear that. And that tells me, full transparency, this one's going to blow your socks off. The generic is the cheaper drug. Why would they approve the name brand and not the generic? That's because they are probably getting a bigger rebate from the manufacturer to sell the name brand. The higher copay goes to you, they get the higher rebate. And shame on the MLC and the city for allowing that to happen, but that's what they're doing as well. My son's generic went from 90 days for $12.50 to 30 days to set, and that could be another one of those situations. Yeah. So, Anne, I believe you had reached out to us on something. I do hope that they had called you back and discussed that with you. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that your son is on the pre-Medicare is pre-Medicare on the MIC EPPO, not on the Medicare drug plan as a disabled child. But if I'm wrong, please tell me. What are our lawyers doing now? I believe our issues will be determined by the court. So, Sherry, if you're reading our newsletter, we're giving you the legal updates in every single newsletter. And if there's nothing to report, I'm still leaving the box there. The lawyers are still working on the copay case, and they're still working on the Benkowski case, which right now there isn't really anything to push on the Benkowski case because no one's trying to force us into Medicare Advantage right now. But the copay case is something that we're trying to resolve, as well as trying to deal with legislation in the city and the state, and the lawyers are part of that as well. Carrie, yes, and it might not be an appeal, but an exception. Yes, thank you for reminding me of that. The doctor filed supposedly comes first before the appeal. I think the appeals come first and then the exception. I think the docs I sent you might clarify. Okay. And so I'll take a look at that and then maybe do a post or a video about it this weekend. But absolutely, after the appeal process, you can request an exception. I know Ellen has gone through that. Several of you have done as well, is that they will make an exception and grant you the medication. But it does require your provider, your doctor, to do the paperwork to file all of that. Never spoke to you about this. This was the first. Oh, okay. All right. So that's the story. Let me check over on Instagram to see if we have any questions over there. Nope. All right, cool. One day they will put everything in one screen and I don't have to flip back and forth. I believe you had once mentioned that Express Scripts was owed money, which may be the reason they are getting eliminated from our drug plans. If possible, can you please say a little bit about what's been happening as they are prepared to rid their service? So there is a financial war going on between the city and the MLC and Express Scripts. And they have put them up for rebid. They want to rebid that plan. Express Scripts also holds the PICA plan for those pre-Medicare and active workers that are eligible for PICA. PICA is really now just IC. It stands for injectable and chemotherapy. It used to also include the psychotherapy medication and the asthma medications, but those went back into the welfare fund. So now the PICA plan only covers, the drug plan only covers injectable and chemotherapy medications, which are very expensive drugs, by the way. So this used to be funded by the stabilization fund. Right now it's still being funded by the city because there is no stabilization fund. And they are trying to rebid for a new PBM, a new pharmacy benefit manager, to manage that drug plan. And from what we're hearing, most likely what will happen is the new vendor will pick up the PICA plan, and it is undetermined whether or not, at least not been shared with us, whether Express Scripts would go away. Most likely is the plan, even would go away, and you would no longer have that option as a Medicare retiree to have home delivery by Express Scripts. I think they're kind of waiting to see how Prime delivery works and the issues that come with the delivery of that. Because when we had our meeting with OLR, they were pretty shocked to find out that your drugs were not being put in your mailbox, but were being thrown on your lobby floor or on your porch. They were not aware that that was happening. So I guess they're looking to see what kind of problems there would be regarding that delivery before they make any changes, or they find a new vendor that would do mail order. So that's just kind of a wait and see of how they're going to handle that. But you would still have at least the prime delivery for delivery, medication delivery, as well as you could use the local pharmacies on the Medicare plan. But that's what I could tell you about Express Scripts. We knew they were trying to get rid of Express Scripts for a while. This is not new. Also, let me make a statement about the RTC and their health committee and whatever. I am so disappointed with these groups because they are just completely out of touch. If I tell you I've received a dozen phone calls from people within that circle who were asking about why does our bill only support police and firefighters? So unfortunately, Sheila was going around telling people in the RTC that they can't do a resolution to support our legislation because it only covers police and firefighters. That tells me out of touch, wrong bill. She's not looking at our bill. She's looking at another bill that's been around, I don't know, for about 15 years. It's not our legislation. Our legislation in the state does not yet have a number. When it does, we will post it. But for right now, basically, our bill looks like our old bill that takes care of everybody. We don't pick by titles. The legislation would be preventing you from being forced into Medicare Advantage on a statewide level. That's the goal. So, and we're not picking only police and only firefighters, it's for everyone. So if you are in the RTC, the United Federation of Teachers Retired Teacher Chapter Circle, or the Health Committee Circle, and you heard this about our bill, false information. Stop listening to them. Make sure you come to us or email us. And you could do it right from in the room. If we're on a call, if we're not seeing your email, we will get back to you and tell you what you're hearing is not correct. So with this, I mean, even Sheila emailed us and said she was confused about why we're only doing police and firefighters. We're not just doing police and firefighters. That was not our legislation. So this is why we keep asking the retired teacher chapter and the health committee to get involved in our organization. If they want to stay in their own bubble, well, then it's to their own detriment at this point, because they're talking about things that are completely erroneous. Get on the bus, be part of our organization, be involved with the advocacy that we are doing, and then you'll be knowledgeable about that. Sheila doesn't get our emails. She's not even participating in any of the work that we're doing. And I don't understand in what capacity she's in. I was even disappointed that Gloria didn't even know. So if you guys have a question, please reach out to us, and don't just take verbatim what you're hearing in other circles. We are the official retiree organization that's fighting this issue, and that's what we've been doing. We're spearheading the legislation. We're protecting you in court. That's what we do. So if someone's saying something to you that you're going, Marianne's never said that before, or Michelle Keller's never said that before, or that's not in our newsletter, you might want to ask us. So Nemi, thank you for the question, but we've been meeting with Julie and we're working on getting our bill introduced. So it is in the beginning. I did talk a little bit about that. You can go back and listen. Laura, totally disappointed at the RTC Healthcare Committee. They act as they're the Keystone Cops. Thanks for explaining some of the ridiculous confusion they are creating. And Laura, I mean, I'm not kidding you when I tell you over a dozen emails and calls just this week alone coming out of people who've been at RTC or RTC health meetings. It's completely incorrect. So I'm just not sure. Just not sure where they're coming from. Oh, and many of you have also reached out and said to me, I heard Gloria said that you're ignoring her. Nope. I even reached out to Gloria and said, I hear that you're telling people I'm ignoring you. You have my phone number, you have my email, and you know how to use it when you've wanted to use it before. I show no attempt of you trying to reach out to me. And she responded back, that's because I didn't. Okay, yay. So clarification, people, I will not ignore you. If you call me, I will call you back. If you call me late, I will call you the next day. And if I am busy, I will call you on the next business day. But I do typically get back to everybody. So yes. And I do give a priority of people who are supportive of our organization, not just breaking our chops. Yes. membership has its benefits. Do you think Julie Menon could help getting 1096 into the charter? So I've already spoken about this. We are working with the Speaker's office and we are working with the elected officials on getting our bill introduced. There is a process that they have to go through. And I'm hoping that maybe by April we'll see something, but it's just taking a little time. We tweaked the language a little bit and we're trying to make it better to diffuse some issues that people had, but just hang in there because we'll hopefully have an announcement soon. I'm not jinxing anything, talking about stuff before it happens. Just hang in there. Remember the last time we introduced our bill, it was like, what, June, July? Remember, we actually introduced the city council bill and the state bill on the same day. So there's really not much for us to do. The weather's still crappy unless you want to go hang out at City Hall in March and stand in the snow and ice. Okay, I'll send Michelle. But just wait till it gets a little bit warmer. I think you guys will be happy. And even if a person doesn't call you, but you respond, they should be eager to work with you, period. Yes, that would be nice. And as a factual basis, I have not heard from anyone in the RTC since January of 25. And the only time I called them was when the RTC people went to the meeting with the UFT Health Committee and voted to support the NYCE PPO without ever reading the damn contract. And hopefully that don't come to bite them in the ass because it's already coming back to bite them in the ass now. All of this stuff should have been out there in the open, and it hasn't been. So... and you'll see the unions are still committed to savings of recurring savings from their crappy ass agreements. It's just a shame. And that's why they keep coming after us, is because they have to come up with the money that they agreed to that they would save. You got Fisher elected. Shame on him. So team effort, right, Camille? Although if you talk to Jonathan Hallaby, Jonathan would like to believe that, no, we had nothing to do with them all getting elected. But that just tells me they're in denial. All of you who were UFT created that big group of 300 delegates. That was because our platform reach was huge enough that we told you all go get involved. But since they're not willing to work with us, I literally told Gloria this the other day. There's no reason why we can't get behind someone else. Maybe Arthur would like to run. I think Arthur's already starting a group. Maybe you guys could get behind Arthur, form a whole slate of people. You ABC people were very active last year. Maybe you get behind ABC again, or the retiree. I think, let me see what, I think he was calling it something, something else. Is Arthur on here? I don't know. Let me see if I can look up. There was a post the other day, and I totally missed it, but it had a really great picture. And I was like, this is a great idea. Here we go. Fix retiree benefits. So go over to Arthur Goldstein's Substack and look at getting involved. Fix retiree health benefits. Protect and improve our health care and pensions. You know, the one thing you guys got on board with Retiree Advocate to do. And of course, that's the one thing they're not doing. So maybe it's just time to replace them at this point with retirees that will actually commit to supporting you. Yay, Arthur. Nemi, I was voted down when I wanted that claim removed. What claim? Oh, the health committee claimed the vote was unanimous. It was not. I called them to say, what did you do? And she said they didn't vote. And I was like, well, then you should have spoke up, because not speaking up allows them to say it was unanimous. They never pushed back. Now it makes them look like they did exactly what Unity was doing. We love Arthur. Emily, we love Arthur too. Yes, fix retiree benefits. There you go. Arthur is wonderful and 100% dedicated like you. Thank you. And Arthur is pretty wonderful. His Substacks are the best. He's accurate, articulate, and informed and funny. He is very witty. RTC does more harm than good. It's unacceptable how the current heads of the UFT retiree chapter, teacher chapter, have not listed the critical event lobby day. They were criticized at their last RTC Health Committee meeting. No explanation not given except lobby day got listed in other places. I was in a field of one. And you know what, Demi? I'm okay. My mother used to say, I dance to the beat of my own drum. And if you were on that committee and you voted no, or you told them to vote no, I don't know if you were on that committee. Why would they not say that they weren't voting? Why wouldn't they correct the record when someone said the vote was unanimous when it wasn't? I just don't get it. So, all right, you guys enjoy your weekend. Let me take a quick peek over. Nothing else over on Instagram. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up here. You guys enjoy your weekend. You do have links in here that you can click. One link was to sign up for the bus trip to Albany on March 24th. The bus, you have to be at City Hall by 7:30 in the morning. We will leave by 8 a.m. We will provide you with lunch and dinner. Make sure you either bring your breakfast or you buy your breakfast, eat breakfast at home before you come in. Be at City Hall by 7:30. We will send you, of course, a list, an email telling everyone what to do. We're going to have another training class before the 24th. For those that are driving, we'll inform you where to meet with us. You'll also be welcome to attend that last training class. For those that are driving, we are not providing you with lunch and dinner, but we should have enough T-shirts for you as well. Whatever we have, we order. I think we're ordering like 100. If we have 100 and I don't have enough T-shirts, we'll get them for you the next time. No, March 17th, Leela got rescheduled to the 24th. So the 24th is now lobby day, not the 17th. March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. Also, District 3, I want to make this announcement because I'll be posting this probably today or tomorrow. Layla Logisco is running for City Council, District 3. She is committed to supporting us. She understands the issue. She's been behind us the entire time, even when she wasn't running for City Council. She's been very active in her community. District 3 is Botcher's old district. So if you are in that district, we want to make sure you know you do have someone so far that is willing to support you. Let me see if I have that image that we created last night. Or do I not? Oops. Give me one more second. I'm getting there. So her election, I believe, is April. Here we go. And so if you are living in Lower Manhattan, she is District 3. And she is running for New York City Council to assume that seat. So if you are District 3, we're supporting Layla. She is supporting us. She understands the issues. She supports Medicare, will not diminish your healthcare benefits. All the things that we've asked council members to do, including expediting the Medicare B reimbursement to the same year that you're paying it, not 16 to 20 months later. And also giving you a grace period from when you, the retiree, passes, that your dependents have some time, a grace period to secure healthcare benefits, because theirs will end when you pass. So District, yes, Lower Manhattan. So I will post this up. You will see that later. Her name is Layla Law Gisco. I will type that because you're asking me to. Layla Law Gisco. It's Manhattan, District 3. Gisko is her last name, Layla Law Gisco, and Manhattan District 3. So that's all the news that I have for today. You guys have a great weekend. I've got a thunderstorm rolling through here, so I need to get off before I potentially lose my power and disappear. You guys have a really good weekend. Click those 3 links, sign up for the bus trip, sign up if you're still having problems with your city-run drug plan, whether you're Medicare, pre-Medicare, or active if you're on the city drug rider. And what was the third one? Oh, and if you're still having financial issues over the copays, they're creating some stress for you in your life financially, I need to know. Please sign up on that link that was in the chat, and I'll try to start to schedule those appointments now going into the next 6 weeks. Have a great weekend, everyone. Be safe, and I will see you on the radio on Monday. Ciao.
Don't speak what you don't understand. The truth is not in your command. Don't shout about what you think is fake. The decision isn't yours to make. Don't lie about the way things are. Tall tales will take you very far. Don't scoff when they say it's the end. In this life